Hey, I'm Tim, and this is quite different for me, but I am very excited about it. Um, I will be showing in a series of video how to make this thing that you see here, a music box, a jukebox, at least how to make the technical part of it in Unreal Engine 5. I have been messing around in Unreal Engine for 3 months now, and I've learned how to do this, and I thought I'll make a video to kind of like put my thoughts together, um, and pass it on if you think that's something that interests you. So I can quickly start by saying that this is gonna be very beginner and very slow. I'm gonna explain everything I do and why I do it, and I'm gonna be showing it as well. I am currently not planning on speeding anything up. So if you're looking for like a quick 8-minute video or quick just how to do things, this ain't it. But you probably knew that already looking from the length. But if you want to start from the very beginning with Unreal, I invite you to join along. So this is what what we will end up making. We'll end up making a model here with some UI, some user interface elements, and the model can play sound, in this case music, and animations based on the button that we press, and there will be some systems to keep it from breaking, from selecting a next song when there isn't any further songs to select. And so far I've planned that this is going to be like a 6 video thing, and here in the very first video I'm just going to talk about what we're going to end up making, and what I'm going to talk about the files that you will need to follow along. So first off, we're going to need a 3D model. I didn't want to make one because my texture skills aren't that great. So I found this one for free at sketchfab.com, made by Friendly Ninja 27. So thank you for it. I've only changed a little bit by adding extra records, and then I rigged it. I'm not currently planning on going into the rigging process, trying to focus on Unreal, but if that is something that you would like to have explained further, it'll be done in Maya, because that's where I have my experience. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see if it's something that I can figure out a way to put together. So this is the model that I'm going to be using. Once we have this music box rigged and rigged, we need some animations. In this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be needing 15 animations. That's 3 for every record. I need one where the music box plays record 1, and then it removes record 1, and it selects record 1. I need those 3 animations for all 5 records. So together that makes 15 animations. So if we have 5 records, that means we're also going to need 5 pieces of music. And those need to be WAV or .wav files. Unreal says somewhere that it can read MP3 files, but I haven't had any luck making it read MP3 files. But you can easily find online WAV converters. So we're going to need 5 pieces of music. For the UI, I'm using 3 pictures of keyboard keys. So we're going to need 3 pictures, one of the E key, one of the R key, and one of the T key. I have used what's called GIMP, like free picture tools, to remove the background. It's just for aesthetic reasons. You can use whatever, but this is what I was using. In order to get Unreal Engine 5, you're going to need to make an account on Epic Games. You're going to need to download the Epic Game Launcher, and then from there go to the Unreal Engine tab, and then download whatever version of Unreal Engine that you want to use. I am using Unreal Engine 5. I'm showing the link to a video that shows it very clearly very nice and slow. So if you have any trouble, follow that and you should be good to go. And I think that is it. Yeah, I think we're ready to open Unreal. So let's have a look and see what it'll look like when we open Unreal for the first time. So we should see this loading screen. Don't worry about it, it will finish eventually. And there we go, this should be it. I already have one project, don't be alarmed. And for this project, for the music box, let's choose games. I choose games, and I chose the first person template. It doesn't really matter if it's first or third, it's just that it uses UI, and I thought it's better to be close up to the music box. Already here, make sure you name your project something sensible. In this case here, music box should do it. Otherwise, project 1 to 12 or whatever, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna make any sense if you once you have a few projects. So yeah, first person music box. Let's create it. And there we go, our new project, ready to go. This bottom window here is called the content browser, and this is where we're gonna start creating all the things that we're gonna need. And it's always a good idea to try and keep some sort of structure or order. So I'm gonna start by right-clicking, and there should be a new folder somewhere. There we are, new folder. I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm just going to call it UI, and in here I'm going to put the 3 pictures I have here of the E, R and T key. So I'm just going to drag and drop them in. There we go. There's a little star, that means they aren't saved, so I can go up to File, Save All. Now they're saved. So from the UI folder, let's go back to the content folder. And because the way that the 3D model is mainly separate meshes, I'm just going to keep it in its own folder. So I'm going to make it again a new folder. I'm just going to call it model and open it. And then I'm going to drag my music box here, break in everything in. And then we're going to make sure the setting that the skeleton is set to none. It's going to create its own skeleton. And it doesn't need to import animation. Under advanced, you don't need a physics assets for this exercise. You can turn that off. And then you need to go to here where it says create new materials. It should be on by default. And you can import all. And there we have it. Usually materials take a little while to load. Here they come. So we have a skeleton, a rig, and then we have our skeleton mesh of the box, and then we have the materials. And here we can see they're white, so we need to assign the textures. So let's do that next. So again, I want to keep things nice and separated. So I go back to the content. There is already usually there's some folders called materials. So I'm going to create my new folder and just call it music box underscore textures, just so I know exactly where mine are. So we're going to go in here, and I have my textures, and I'm going to take all of them and put in, and it's going to take a while to go through. Again, you can see all there's some little stars because things aren't saved. So if we go File and Save All, and we wait a little, then that should be saved. So now that we have our texture saved, we can go back to the content, and we go back to our model, and we can see our first material is just called music box material. Double click on that, and we get in. We can find our content order here. So with that, we can go to our music box textures, and we'll see if we have music box albedo. That's what we want for color, so we drag that in and assign its RGB values to base color, and there we go. That has now been changed, and we can now save. That usually takes a while to take this. There we go. So if we close it and open, you'll already see the skeleton mesh updated, but if we open the skeleton mesh like this, we can see that the base now has the right texture. So let's continue with that. Close down music box, go to cover, content drawer, see if there's music box cover albedo, put that in. Notice how there's not a star here in the texture when you save, so you've got to be aware of that and press save. It will warn you when you close if you want to save, and you won't see your updates if you also don't save. So I can close that one, go to the next, which is cover hinges. Content, is there a cover hinges somewhere? I can always search for it. Cover hinges albedo, that should be it. And music bot handles. Let's see if there's anything with handle. Yes, handle albedo. Great. If you want to go nuts on all the metallic, specular, normal maps, for this exercise I'm satisfied with the albedo. So that was the handle, and we got record 1. This can be some of the ones that I made myself. Wonder if you can guess the music based on the records themselves. This was record 1. Record 2. Record 3, we're almost done. Not a problem. Yes, this was the third one. Guess what video game that is from. It always takes a while when you work with textures. That's just how it is. Record 4, content or record 4. Last one, record 5. RGB into base color. Save. There we are. And since that was the textures, let's add the music. As usual, try and keep some order. New folder, music. And let me find my music here. 5 WAV. Oh wow. Formats. There we go. With can't remember the name, but there they are. And if I remember correctly, the last thing we need, another folder of course for animations. Yeah, there was no folder called animations, so in here, and I'm gonna drop my 15 animations for the 5 records playing. and here we are gonna select the music box skeleton so that the engine knows what skeleton, what model the animations belong to. So it belongs to these. Interesting picture there. So here it's important that we have selected import animations. There you go. And you don't need to create new materials, we just did that. So do not create materials, take off import all. There we go. Okay, so apparently it imported the mesh anyway. That is okay. Let's start with saving all, just so it doesn't go anywhere. And all these skeleton meshes, we don't need them. We only need the greens that are the animations. So you can select all of these, and there should be a delete. There we are. Delete. Cool. That is all the animations. And let me just check if there's anything else we need. I think that is it according to plan. If not, I'll double check before I make the next video. So we go back to content and find our model music box. Just to open it, we can see it has all the textures and materials. The records are one-sided, but that's okay. So yeah, this looks about right. So that's it for this video. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, where we will do some things to the music, we'll do some things to the animation, and then we'll start putting it all together. This is where the fun will begin. It is going to be the biggest step, but we'll take it nice and easy. Great job on making it this far. You are already in the engine, you have already done stuff. Well done. Celebrate accordingly and responsibly. Thank you for joining me. I hope you could use it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.